All right, we have talked a lot about this proposed fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. And this morning, we are learning they may have picked a location. Is that so?
Yes.
Are you breaking it down for us?
It is the top story in this edition of the Weird World of Sports, the segment.
That is definitely weird.
The sports segment for people who don't like sports. They've been going back and forth about meeting in a cage match, Zuckerberg and Elon Musk have. And if that doesn't sound absurd enough, there's this little nugget this morning. Elon Musk says the fight will happen at the Coliseum.
Oh.
Not the one in Oakland, the one in Rome. Earlier this week, UFC President Dana White went on Mike Tyson's podcast, which in itself is an insane sentence, and said that he had been in talks with the Italian Minister of Culture. But this morning, Musk tweeted, or whatever you do on X, that he had spoken with the Prime Minister and the Minister of Culture, and that the UFC would not be involved, but that the fight would be at the Coliseum. That's all probably bad news, though, for Dana White, who predicted the fight would bring in $1 billion in pay-per-view. I don't know how. I don't know who wants to see that, but I can't escape the irony of the Coliseum, where they used to make literal slaves fight each other to the death.
Oh my God. Now
features two of the richest men in the world fighting each other.
Wow.
Musk also said that the cameras would be set up so you didn't see anything modern. They would all be ancient. So are they going to fight like on the dirt floor? It's one of the 7 wonders of the world.
I mean, it just gets more ridiculous.
I can't believe the Italian Prime Minister was like, no, you're not doing this at the Coliseum.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure Vegas will build a fake Coliseum.
Right, absolutely.
Okay. Guys, Netflix has dropped a new documentary on former Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Manziel. It pulls back the curtain, I should say, on all the drugs and partying that derailed what was a promising career. But there was this interesting little fact as well. Manziel admits he lied about coming from a wealthy oil family. Why, might you ask? He did it to cover up NCAA violations. In fact, he says his friend and manager concocted the story to explain why a young kid had so many fancy cars, Rolex watches, and all kinds of cash. Manziel says he made that money selling autographs and memorabilia, which at the time was not allowed by the NCAA. Now the athletes can do it. The now 30-year-old Manziel is playing for a team called FCF Zappers, which I'm going to be honest, I have no idea where that is. Is it even a football team? I don't know. But that's where he's landed after washing out of the NFL and the Canadian Football League. By the way, the documentary Johnny Football is available to stream on Netflix right now if you're interested. As we know here, we're quite familiar, in broadcasting, mistakes happen. Things get on the air that shouldn't. But radio host Colin, for example, radio host, or even me, something that got on the air that shouldn't. Radio host Colin Cowherd, though, had a doozy of a mistake when he was doing a segment, going over a list of quarterbacks he says cannot win a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Listen to this.
From Baker Mayfield, Teddy Bridgewater, Dwayne Haskins, guys that are just not, that it says can win Super Bowls, it can't.
Okay, that's not the mistake.
Oh.
He said Dwayne Haskins. Mm-hmm. Dwayne Haskins died after being hit by a car on a Florida highway 16 months ago. But he put him on the list of quarterbacks that can't win a. By the way, he stopped to correct the title,
but not the name. Oh, wow.
Didn't correct the guy that tragically died 16 months ago.
Oh.
As you might imagine, Cowherd's taken a lot of heat for this, with people calling for him to apologize. Unclear if he has. I looked at his social media accounts yesterday, did not see an apology on there. But I did see his most recent Instagram post as an advertisement for his beer that he's selling.
Oh, well, of course.
It's available at Gelson's grocery stores in Southern California. Most of the comments on this post, not friendly.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
One person even asked, were you drinking your beer when you made that comment?
Oops.
I mean, look, mistakes happen.
That, though,
yeah,
maybe should have.
And then he calls out the title being wrong?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Anyway. Guys, well, Major League Baseball is dealing out punishment for maybe the biggest brawl we have seen in a game in years. A minor league baseball team has turned it into a fun little promotion.
Oh, really?
Chicago White Sox shortstop Tim Anderson and Cleveland third baseman Jose Ramirez are facing suspensions for this brawl during a game last week.
He took his glove off.
During which Anderson was literally knocked out right there.
Oh, my gosh.
This went on for a while, too. In total, 6 people are facing suspensions or have been suspended, including both managers. And in the true spirit of minor league baseball, the Lake County Captains, Cleveland's single-A affiliate, are now celebrating Jose Ramirez, the man who delivered that punch, with Jose Ramirez Appreciation Week. This was their tweet. All fans who are named Tim, the victim of the punch, get a free ticket to sit in the grass, they said.
Wow.
Because he took a seat on the grass. Also, if you wear a Jose Ramirez jersey, you get and this is what it says, free Bam Bam in the cargo hold. I don't know what that means. Director Doug Mays says Bam Bam's maybe the Thunder Sticks.
The sticks, maybe.
I'll tell you what, guys, I'm turning down a free Bam Bam in the cargo hold every time. That sounds like that could be a euphemism.
That sounds old.
No thanks, I'll pass. They're also having a home run punch derby, which
they're going too much. This is too much.
Which again, I don't know completely what that is. Or they're also having a punch out competition in their arcade. I'm assuming that's Mike Tyson's punch out.
I don't know, but they're doing too much with this.
It's minor league baseball. And that is the weird world of sports.
That was full of weird.
The sports segment for people who don't like sports.